In March 2021, a new record rocked the world of diving when a Finnish freediver prepared to dive 338 feet beneath an ice sheet in just a single breath. This dangerous feat she was about to embark on was further than anyone before. This is the captivating journey of Johanna Nordblad, who turned a life-changing accident into a Guinness World Record. Ice diving is a specific kind of diving called penetration diving, where the dive happens beneath the ice. This type of diving puts the diver in an overhead environment, usually with only one entry or exit point, making it essential to follow special procedures and use specific equipment. People engage in ice diving for various reasons, such as recreation, scientific research, public safety, especially for search and rescue and recovery, and other professional or commercial purposes. Ice diving presents a paradoxical situation where you find yourself in a potentially life-threatening environment, yet it is crucial to remain calm and relaxed. When underwater, the diving reflex kicks in, and your body instinctively knows that it must conserve oxygen to survive. As a survival mechanism, the heart rate drastically decreases, sometimes reaching an astonishingly low 10 beats per minute in highly skilled freedivers. Additionally, the blood withdraws inward, prioritizing the vital organs with oxygen supply. This unique state induces a trance-like experience, which, if not carefully managed, can swiftly lead to a dangerous blackout with serious consequences. Ice diving comes with several evident risks, primarily hypothermia and regulator failure caused by freezing. Another potential hazard is the reduced visibility caused by the thick layer of ice and snow on the water's surface, which often diminishes vision to a minimum. This lack of visibility can lead to disorientation, making it challenging to locate the exit hole. To ensure safety, scuba divers typically employ a tethering technique. This involves the diver wearing a harness attached to a line, with the other end of the line secured above the water's surface and monitored by an attendant. This precautionary measure helps prevent divers from getting lost or losing sight of their exit point during their ice diving expedition. Johanna Nordblad is a trailblazer in the field of freediving, making her mark not only in Finland but also on the global stage with numerous national and world records to her name. Interestingly, Johanna has a background in marketing, showcasing her versatility in different areas. From a young age, Johanna had always been determined to pursue her interest, irrespective of gender norms. Being the youngest in her family, she fearlessly joined her brother and his friends in their outdoor escapades, participating in various activities like kayaking, motorbiking, and downhill biking. Her adventurous spirit knew no bounds. Throughout her career, Johanna had held full-time positions in digital media, printing products, and graphic design. Additionally, she co-owns a company called Greenwater Production with her sister Elina Manninen, who is a professional photographer. Together, they've been involved in creating captivating lifestyle, adventure, and sports-related picture books, along with short films that beautifully portray Johanna's breathtaking underwater experiences. Currently, she resides on Lauttasaari Island in Helsinki, Finland, along with her son Casper, where she continues to pursue her passion for freediving and inspire others through her extraordinary journey. Johanna's deep connection with the water traces back to her childhood days, where she found solace and joy in spending every available moment near their 16-foot deep pool. Her journey into the realm of freediving began in the year 2000, when she stumbled upon this unique underwater sport. As she lay at the pool's bottom, watching people swim above her, she marveled at how they resembled aquatic animals. The peace and sense of oneness with nature left a lasting impression on her, making her addicted to this extraordinary feeling. Since then, Johanna has ventured into the competitive world of freediving, participating in the World Championships alongside the finest freedivers globally. In 2004, she broke the female record in freediving with fins dynamic to an impressive 518 feet in just 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Not only has she excelled as an accomplished freediver, but she has also embraced leadership roles. serving as the Finnish team captain and coach for the men's national freediving team and guiding them to their preparations for the 2014 World Cup in Italy. However, as time passed, Johanna found herself falling out of love with the competitive aspect of freediving. No longer desiring to compete against others, she sought to explore her inner self and discover new, uncharted paths. In her quest for personal growth, she embarked on a unique training journey, choosing to tread her path to self-discovery. Johanna never thought of ice diving until she had an unfortunate accident. Her life took an unexpected turn in 2010 after a life-changing accident while mountain biking downhill. The accident caused her bike to slip on a slippery track, leading to severe damage to her left leg as it got trapped in the pedal. The injuries were so bad that she worried about losing her leg. To address the serious situation, Johanna had to undergo a complex medical procedure called a fasciotomy. This procedure required her to keep large incisions on both sides of her leg, from ankle to knee, exposed for 10 days to prevent necrosis. Later on, her doctor suggested a unique treatment, cold water therapy, which she found interesting. At that point, she was willing to try almost anything to relieve her pain. She vividly remembers the first time she dipped her leg into the icy water. It felt like the cold was piercing her with 1,000 needles, causing immense discomfort. But as time passed, she got used to it and found comfort in the cold water, which became a meditative escape from the pain. Gradually, she became more accustomed to it, and within a couple of months, she wanted to immerse both her legs, then her entire body. Being a freediver, diving into cold water felt natural to her. Her yoga, meditation, and freediving practices helped her overcome the instinctual urge to breathe when submerged in cold water. She discovered that these same techniques could be used to combat the agonizing feeling of extremely cold water. Cold therapy had a tremendous effect on her leg. It reduced inflammation, swelling, and pain. But there was something else about being in cold water that's challenging to explain. It's like the body becomes acutely aware of every sensation. Just a few minutes in the cold water provided her with complete relaxation of both body and mind. In 2015, she went to a frozen lake in Finland, Lake Päijänne in Asikala, to try and set a new record for women. She wanted to swim 164 feet under the ice, wearing just a swimsuit and goggles. To do this safely, she had to train hard. Without proper training, she could have a heart problem if she didn't come up for air in time. So she practiced under the ice without her sister's help. The water was freezing at around 36 degrees Fahrenheit. She entered the water through a hole carved in the thick ice and swam along a marked line. Under the water, she saw a beautiful light shining through the hazy water. It felt like she was weightless because she didn't wear a diving suit or fins. She was scared that her head might not handle the cold well, but it wasn't as bad as she thought. When she finally came out, she had swum the entire 164 feet under the ice, breaking the world record for the longest breath-held swim without a diving suit or fins. 3 years after Johanna broke the 164-foot record, no one else tried to break it. She decided to attempt breaking the ice diving record again, and this time she aimed to break the men's 262-foot record. Originally, she planned to dive to 265.7 feet under the ice to surpass the men's record of just over 229 feet. However, her attempt was postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. During that time, a Russian freediver named Ekaterina Nekrasova set an unofficial record by swimming 337 feet under the ice on March 6th. This sets a very high standard. Adding to her challenges, the swimming pools were closed due to COVID, and Johanna felt she might not have trained enough. She chose March 18, 2021 as the date for her record attempt and continued her preparations. However, this time, her strong determination to break the record wasn't as strong as before. She had to remind herself why she wanted to set the record in the first place. Meanwhile, her sister Alina was afraid of the dive she was about to take, especially since no one had dived that far before. The day before her attempt, she spoke to a friend on the phone and shared her concerns. She felt there were two possible scenarios. Either she wouldn't listen to her inner voice while underwater, dive for too long, and face danger, or she would resurface at the next hole and feel embarrassed. Deep down, Johanna knew there was only one way for her to go: to trust her slow pace. On the day of her world record attempt, the dive coordinator, Antero Yoki, gathered everyone present and went over the dive plan. He told them that as soon as Johanna surfaces from the dive, everyone should remain silent. She needs to signal that she's okay by showing the OK sign herself within 20 seconds. After that, he would give his judgment by showing a card, and that would be the end of it. The event's doctor, Dr. Maria Hellinger, warned that the distance Johanna was about to swim is in a zone where hypothermia can occur. In a worst-case scenario, she could suffer a cardiac arrest. If that happens, she will be treated in the ambulance while being taken to the hospital. Finally, it was time for the dive to begin. Johanna was on a yoga mat on the frozen lake Oyori. In front of her was a hole in the ice, revealing dark and threatening-looking water under a 2-foot-thick layer of solid ice. The air temperature was about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and the water temperature was about 36 degrees Fahrenheit. It was hard to even imagine slowly slipping under the ice into this unfamiliar environment, diving the full length of a football field with only the air in her lungs for oxygen. But that's exactly what she was about to do. No one had ever dived further under the ice without an oxygen tank. She aimed to go 338 feet on a single breath, without flippers or a wetsuit. Johanna knew that diving into this harsh world for almost 3 minutes would push her to the very limit of what is humanly possible. Despite the challenge, she was determined to proceed. 5 minutes left, the dive coordinator called out. Johanna closed her eyes and kept her breathing steady. At the 1-minute count, she remained still, wrapped in a warm bathrobe to stay comfortable. At the count of 30 seconds, she let go of the robe and took a few more deep breaths. Then she dived into a dark and icy world where everything seemed to move in slow motion. She glided through the water weightlessly for a few minutes, but to Johanna, it felt like days had passed. As she reached 262 feet, it felt like her heart was beating only once an hour. The last few meters seemed to stretch on forever, and she feared her heart might stop working. Throughout the dive coordinator was concerned about whether she would complete it because she was going so slowly that he worried she might black out. Finally, Johanna emerged from the water, and everyone remained silent. Within 20 seconds, she gave the OK sign to show she was all right, and the dive coordinator showed the judgment card. A new world record had been achieved right then and there. Finnish freediver Johanna Nordblad set a new Guinness World Record with her under-ice swim without fins or a wetsuit. She swam an impressive 338 feet, certified by CMAS, beneath the ice. The entire swim took her 2 minutes and 42 seconds. This meant she had beaten the previous unofficial record of 336.9 feet, set by the Russian freediver Ekaterina Nekrasova. Everyone celebrated with her, especially her sister Alina, who was relieved that it was finally over. We would like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, take a dive on the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we come back with another exciting diving story.